Yo! How's it going, everyone? It's that time once again. We're here for the Dokkan early stream on Friday, which means the latest episode of the Slot 1 Super Podcast will be tonight. How are you all doing today? We're very much in that quiet period of the game now. The Frieza event and that Namek Saga Dragon Ball story thing came out on Wednesday. But that's the last thing in terms of what's actually in the news, like in the schedule for the celebration and everything. The Frieza event, and that was the last thing, essentially, that was announced. So, essentially now, yeah, we're just kind of going to have to wait and see what comes next. The countdown celebration for the anniversary starts in like just over a week or so. UI burst mode. If it's the burst mode like the one that's on JP at the moment, I did make a video for it when it came out on Global back when Rose came out, so it will be on there somewhere. The one thing is, if you there's what, like just under 30 minutes left before Petan goes away, so if you have the time you can reset your fights like one more time, so make sure you do that if you haven't already. Shout out to Don Mel for the follow over on the Twitch side, appreciate you. But yeah, so last year the Part 2 LR released on the 20th. Which is 6 days from now. So basically any time within the next week, hopefully sometime within, I mean, I guess it might just be Monday morning to be fair, but we'll find out what Global is actually going to be getting, because of course we still don't actually know what Global is getting next. In theory it should be LR Captain Ginyu, but obviously with Global getting the Rose celebration, we don't know if maybe Global will get the same Part 2 LR as JP, or if like we'll get the same LR as JP and Jiren on the same banner, which I think is probably the less likely option. But I mean, it would be cool, because obviously, as I said in the video I made yesterday, that means that Global would basically be going into the anniversary like caught up with JP in terms of like yellow coin LRs. The only unit we would be missing would be Topo, if that was the case, which is not bad considering the build up towards the sync. Of course, during the anniversary, JP gets the Tanabata celebration, so they're going to pull ahead again, but the fights have 4 hours left. Okay, well, never mind. Yeah, I set mine up last night at the end of the second channel stream, so then when I woke up this morning, they're all finished. So I just reset them all, and so now they'll all end when Petan is over, but at least all the fights will end, so I'll get a whole bunch of stickers ready for next time. I only got one from this set that I didn't get, so I'm obviously hoping that JP getting a new Jiren. Let's have a look. When and where is this a thing? JP go company. A new Jiren, a new super boss, or is it nothing on Twitter? Wait, did I say Jiren? Did I? said Topo is like the only character that Global won't have. That's when I said Topo. Yeah, there's nothing on JP Twitter about. There's nothing about the Bardock like campaign thing with the free rewards, and then Goku Black Super Easy A tweet. That was like 21 hours ago. Oh, did I say Jiren instead of Ginyu? Yeah, LR Ginyu. Maybe I did say that, I don't know. But yeah, LR Ginyu Force is what should be next for Global, technically. But obviously we have no way to know at this point. Yeah, I definitely did not mean to say Jiren instead of Ginyu. I thought I'd said Jiren instead of Topo, but I was fairly sure I'd said Topo. I mean, I guess technically Part 2 LR for Rose for JP could be Jiren, because he is a Super Boss's character, right? So... I haven't been really link leveling, like, a lot lately. I've just been doing, like, the daily missions and stuff, so... The Easy 8 areas like Barbary and Boo just rotate in. Cause I think because it's the first time, the Barbary and Boo one only came out for the first time during Golden Week, so I think it has to come back again once, and then it will be available in the thing. Or is it? Are they available on certain days? Because technically the they're what, physical, so that event would be available. Well, is it Thursday or Friday the physical events are available? I actually can't remember with those Extreme Z areas how that works. Whether I think they're just available at certain times and not on certain days like the other events, but... Yo, Cleopatra Gaming on the Twitch side, how's it going? 68 virtual mini red zone. It's finished. Legend Frieza with Team Ginyu and Pure Saiyans. Yeah, because the Ginyu Force team will get you the Namek Saga and the Dragon Ball Seekers mission, which is good.
Alright, let's do this.
There's that Dragon Ball story, like the Namek Saga revamp thing. That's always worth doing. I forgot to do it at first because we spent the Wednesday just doing the Frieza event stuff, so I completely forgot about it. But it's make sure you guys do that, the DB story revamp, because it has you get about 25 stones for doing the whole thing. It's like 12 stages, so you get. I think one of them only has one difficulty, so you get like 23 stones for doing the stages, and then there's a mission for beating all the stages like on both difficulties, so it's like 25 total. And considering they are just story missions, so they're like incredibly easy. Oh wow, so the Dragon Ball Fusion's Extreme Z area has never returned. That's crazy. Getting closer and closer to completing that Turtle School mission. It is physical. I know it's unlikely, but I hope we get some news today. Yeah, I think it's because it's. I mean, it's Friday, so maybe. But I think if anything, we probably won't get any major news until Monday now. 5 days until I complete the Turtle School training thing. Nice. Yeah, mine was what? It was like 26 left or something, so 13 days. It'll be done before the anniversary, so. All the Worldwide Heroes and anniversary. Okay, so. I mean, obviously, like when I've said many times in the past, right, with any of these kind of games, whether it's this game or not, as long as you're not spending more money than you can afford to spend, then it's up to people what they do with their own money. I spent a little on the game before I started making content, but I never really spent like big amounts of money until I was like, you know, I'd built up my YouTube channel, so I was actually getting money back for it. I mean, funnily enough, out of those 3 examples, like Heroes is, because the Heroes banner's guaranteed featured, Heroes is usually the one where you won't have to spend as many stones overall. I guess it depends. Like, you still got to get lucky, right? Because it's guaranteed features. You could keep getting the featured unit that you don't need, but yeah, I usually end up rainbowing all of the heroes characters in around about 1,000 stones, like all the new ones that come out. And then obviously if there's like last year, for example, that I didn't get the last copy of Tech, the blue Berserk controlled Vegeta, but he sucks, so I wasn't going to do any more summons. Like I got my last copies of Vegito and Rose, and I'd already rainbowed everybody else because obviously Metal Cooler and Janemba were just awakening, so I already had them anyway. And so then, yeah, I was like, well, there's no point doing more summons where literally the only card on the banner I can pull is Vegeta. And he sucks because, you know, he's not very good, and I already had him at 90%. The difference between 90% and Rainbow is not very, you know, it's not a huge difference, so. Heroes getting LR this year. I mean, we don't know, at this point, we don't know whether Heroes will even get a celebration this year. Yeah, Goku Black Super Easy A looks really good from what I've seen. Nemu, how's it going? Yeah, we have that one Dispo card that was, I think he was okay when his Easy A came out, and then 500 stones are 79% every hero's unit. Yeah, like it's pretty good. You can, like I say, you can still get unlucky with guaranteed featured, but the good thing is the fact that the only SSRs on the banner are the heroes units, and the pull rate is more weighted towards featured. So if you get an extra SSR in the multi, you're more likely for it to be a featured unit than unfeatured. So when it comes to getting all the copies of the new characters, it's not as bad as any of the other like big celebrations. Yeah, it could switch to a crossover celebration. Good chance for Xenoverse units to Easy A, yeah. Because they did that before, like a couple of years ago, where it was during a November where we were getting the Heroes celebration that we then got like the 21 and 16 Easy A's, the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta like Awakenings, the Super Saiyan 2 Trunks Awakening that had been in the game for years. Like, they just did a bunch of crossover stuff. Super Easy A Marseillan agenda, true. Unfortunately, with him not being a Dokkan Fest, I don't think that's going to happen. Oh yeah, I've done that mission now. I can just go back to using my actual link level team.
Alright, let's do this.
Yeah, I kept an extra copy of Super Saiyan 3 Rose so I could have the SSR as the profile thing. But I mean, I think by the time I'd finished pulling, it was Timebreaker Vegito was the one that was the last one I needed to rainbow. And by the time I did, I think I had like 6 spare copies of the Super Saiyan 3 Rose. He was like, I pulled him on the first multi, which was awesome because he was the one I wanted the most. And then I think I pulled him on the second multi as well. Would you be disappointed if the Heroes LR is beaten? No. I mean, not really. They are like the player characters of Heroes. I'd be disappointed if it was just them in like base. If it was them as like Super Saiyan 4 or like Super Saiyan Blue or something, that'd be cool. But I mean, at the end of the day, as long as the unit is good and Heroes is getting an LR, I'd be happy. But have I gotten Beerus in this event? I don't think so. I've got enough stamina to do one more run, so might as well see if we get a decent skill orb. Is it still the same as before the revamp though, where the Beerus just gives you a guaranteed gold skill orb? Or is it actually like, is there any guarantee or chance it's actually a good one? Not just a random gold one. Hey Kingy on the Twitch side, how's it going? Yeah, he's got an easy A event. He has his own Dokkan Fest, but like he's like I say Dokkan event, but he's not technically a Dokkan Fest, so I don't know. Plus, it's weird. I mean, I guess it would be cool if they did it in like a man. That would be too much wishful thinking, I think, with how weird the Heroes and stuff crossover stuff is. But like that would be cool if the November celebration was a crossover celebration. They gave all those other Xenoverse units easy A's, and then like Marseille got a super easy A. That'd be so cool, but I don't think that'll happen. They did specifically say Dokkan Fest and LRs, so I think it's fairly unlikely that Marseille will get a super easy A, as awesome as that would be. Because he is a stacker, and like when he got his easy A was actually pretty decent. But the problem is the fact that he doesn't have any. Well, one of the main problems with him is that he doesn't have a chance to do additionals like built in. So yeah, he infinitely stacks, which is cool, and he lowers attack and defense, which is relevant in the meta now, kind of in some events. But yeah, his passive is very bare bones. Like, if you're facing 2 or fewer enemies, which is most of the time, you get a bit of extra attack. And then 1 key, attack and defense, 30% when facing only 1 enemy. So, gets a few, like, you know, little stat boosts. But that's it. He's just like a bit of stats. And that's all he does. So, he needs to have... I mean, his super attack effect doesn't need to change, which obviously they're not changing super attack effects with super easy A's at the moment anyway. But his super attack effect doesn't need to change. He just needs higher stats and then some way to get an additional super in his passive. Because I built mine for full additional, and then ideally, with a way to get an additional in his passive, he could do 3 supers per turn, which gives him the, you know, quicker stacking. Because that's the thing, any sort of stacking unit, if they're only doing 1 super per turn, they're not going to get up to those like really high defense levels that you want for the toughest bosses. But that's why Tech Gohan's easy A is so good. Like the fact that he can just do 4 supers straight away in like every turn. As long as you get that hidden potential on the first turn, so he does 3 attacks and it unlocks his full passive. And then even if he doesn't, he gets it on his second turn anyway. So... But yeah, this event is definitely, the Whis event is definitely a bit of a stitch. I don't know if do I even have, let's have a look. I'll go into my hidden potential thing. We've still got Goku Black One up here, but... If we look at only level 5 and 6, like golds, what do I actually have in terms of decent orbs? I mean, this isn't even from that event, because it's the Inhuman Leagues one. So 5 additional 6 crit. But in terms of the ones you want, like additional and dodge, I don't have any of those. I've done a fair few like runs on that stage. I haven't been going crazy, but I've got a crit and dodge one. It's only level 1.
Android?
Okay. Shout out to Samid for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you. Trying to get a skill orb 5+ for the 6th anniversary units. Because yeah, I mean there is they do get those ones from the anniversary special event, but Alright. Let's see if we can do this again. So we should still have... Yep, there we go. Running again, I think LR 7-year and ECOs will be much better than Beast Gohan. I mean, I guess it depends, right? Like, it's crazy to think that they're going to get an EZA for the 10th anniversary, which is, I mean, it's still, what, 7 to 8 months away, but, like, I mean, you know, 9th anniversary is upcoming, so it was 2 years ago, but it's like, I was going to say, it feels like it hasn't been that long since they came out, but the 7th anniversary units were so good. And the base, like, they're just general, like, their base kit is so good that with an EZA, I imagine that they will be absolutely insane. Like, with the stacking, built-in additionals when you get a certain amount of key, the fact they guard on the first turn to get a little bit of extra defense, like, even just, where do you even need to go, like, building on top of that? Just giving them, like, a bit more stats, and then... Because LRs don't gain any levels, so their base stats don't go up, so that's why they have to just put their stats up in terms of the numbers in their passive. But, I mean, they have the potential to be absolutely ridiculous.
Alright, let's do this.
Right, so let's try this out, shall we? So we're going to give this a go again, the ridiculous double physical Botomagetta team strategy. Where now everybody on the team is going to have 80% damage reduction because of Botomagetta's passive. Ideally, we do need to do this to start off with, but I need to save orbs for these guys, although they're not going to get a lot of key anyway, but... Because they build up damage reduction with each hit. So both Botomagettas, their leader skill, you guys know, we've tried this on stream before. I know people have seen others, like you'll have seen screenshots on Twitter and stuff before, I imagine, of people doing these weird like challenge runs of Botomagetta. His leader skill is 40% damage reduction for the whole team. So if you're running double Botomagetta, it's 80% damage reduction for the whole team. So as soon as you start putting characters on the team, like for example Kid Buu, who has 20% damage reduction in his passive, that means he has 100% damage reduction. So physical Kid Buu can never take damage in this event. And then, you know, units like Bulma builds up damage reduction. We've got Gohan, because one of the things the team majorly lacks is attack power. So we need to try and do as much damage as we can. Tech Zamasu has built-in damage reduction as well, so he's another unit. Bulma builds it up, so after the first turn, I think by the time she gets to like her second appearance, she's basically got so much damage reduction she can't take damage anyway. The only thing that will be the letdown is that Botomagetta, their passive is that they have a high chance to have extra damage reduction. So if that goes off, then with their leader skill, they obviously can't take damage either. But if it doesn't go off, then, I mean, pretty much, especially against Kid Buu, who builds up his attack, they'll probably just get killed. Even with type advantage over him, right? So we use the Whis at the start, because the Whis adds extra damage reduction and basically just makes the whole team completely invincible for the first 2 turns. Yeah, who needs ki anyway? That's why we've got characters like, you know, Gohan has decent damage reduction, has built-in additionals, right? So even if Gohan can't get enough ki to get a super, chances are he's probably still gonna get a super or 2 because of his passive. I don't need him to be stacking as much as possible, so I think we'll leave Kid Buu on rotation. And then, of course, the GT duo, they also build up damage reduction per super. So as soon as they've done 2 super attacks, they can't take damage either. And then that means we can save up. The thing, when it comes down to beating Kid Buu, the issue is going to be the fact that he heals. And the team doesn't do like an insane amount of damage. We need to try and get a turn where we get like Gohan has stacked up quite a lot. Then we get a rotation where it's like Gohan, Bulma, the GT duo. We use Bulma's active skill, have the GT duo like transformed into GT Vegeta. So then Bulma with the full field of orbs and like Gohan transformed into Ultra Gohan are getting the 80% attack support. And then ideally GT Vegeta dies on that turn and drops the Spirit Bomb. And that'll be the turn where like we can do the most damage possible. But that's why I brought Gohan, because of the stacking. These guys stack attack as well, so even though it takes a while, like they'll be building up damage. Yeah, that'd be cool if the 10th anniversary units start having like damage reduction as part of their passive. Yeah, this is where it starts getting scarier, because, like I say, these guys have a chance to get damage reduction in their passive, which if they don't get it, they take damage. But, I mean, we've already used items anyway, so we'll just go ahead and use the other Whis here. He's not started to heal yet as well, which is good. Save those tech orbs for Gohan. But yeah, now Bulma has enough damage reduction in general now that she's not going to take damage. Both the Burmageddors now just will end up as floating units, but this is the point where it can then get a bit much for them. Like, you think about Kid Buu's going to get fully built up while most of the units on the team can't take damage, but when he gets fully built up, his normal attacks do over 1 million. So even with like 80% damage reduction, Boat and Vegeta have like, what is it, like 50k defense start of turn? So, you know, you take 80% off of 1 million, it's still 200,000, and they've got like 60k defense, and our team only has 141k HP, which is the problem with the leader skill only giving damage reduction, because it's no HP, no attack, no defense, no key. So the overall HP for our team is incredibly low. But, you know, it is what it is. Zamasu only does damage to Kid Buu on his 12 key super, so we'll try and avoid the 18 key supers if we can. Putting him next to Kid Buu at least means we get Big Bad Bosses active, so... But yeah, Gohan is definitely a good addition for the team with the stacking and the guard. He does also attack lower, which is... I mean, I guess it's irrelevant for most of the units on the team, but I suppose if we attack lower him enough, that Boat and Vegeta might survive a turn where they don't have their damage reduction from their passive. I don't know, but... But yeah, it's funny seeing like attack stats this low from some of these characters. Like Kid Buu with Big Bad Bosses active is normally dropping like, you know, 13 to 14 mil. And then we have him on this turn doing just under 3. We just have to keep building up attack, and then we should be all good. Zamasu getting hit, of course, means he builds up attack. I love the fact that they actually have links. I mean, I suppose they have fierce battle, so of course they do, but... He's already healing much, which is good. I don't think he's healed at all yet, has he? But yeah, I mean, as soon as these guys super attack twice and got 20% damage reduction, they're just invincible now, so... Whatever Worldwide Celebration is a giant ape power themed celebration. I mean, that'd be cool. Don't transform, take Gohan, or Gohan uses an unarmed super. I mean, I suppose if it's the Dokkan attack turn. Wait, does it still do that? Because I know Dokkan attack can't be dodged. I guess it probably can still be negated. Wait, are those actually going to go? Yeah, okay. 250k. I mean, this is what I was saying before, right? So with 80% damage reduction on the team, I guess technically units only need to have 250k defense and then they can't take damage. Because his attacks only do that much with 80% damage reduction. So... yeah, this is where we have to start thinking about how this is going to go in the long run, because he has basically healed back to full health. Because the thing about this is it's like it's a war of attrition, because it's going to take us ages to kill him, but in most of our circumstances, like, he can't kill us. But it's just going to be a case of, like, every single time he attacks Boa-Magetta, do they get their extra damage reduction from their passive or not? Because if they don't, they probably die. So they did here. Took a lot of damage for Gohan. Gohan, of course... I mean, the fact that he only took 95k is actually not bad. Let's see. I don't think it's worth doing these just yet. Just keep getting as many super attacks in as we can. Because we've got the Dokkan attack coming up probably next turn. Yeah, 95k. I mean, that, remember though, Kid Buu is, I mean, almost probably, I would say, fully built up now. Which means his super attack does what, like 3 point something million? So, Gohan tanking that for 95k. It's pretty funny. Alright. So yeah, we know we can use the GT Duo. I mean, maybe I do just start getting the characters floated now so we can end up with the... yeah, of course, their additionals don't do any damage, which is super annoying. But they are still stacking attack. Yeah, I need to try and end up with... I don't really want to float off Gohan, because he needs to stack, so I guess I'll float Bulma off on the next turn. Kid Buu can't get a super, which is annoying. I suppose it's not the end of the world. There's no point worrying about whether Boa-Magetta gets a super, because they don't do any damage. Cool, as long as he supers Kid Buu and not Gohan. I mean, Gohan should probably still be fine, but... what's Gohan up to now? 1.5, let's go. And he's just going to keep stacking. That's what we want to see. No crits, though. That's what we really want. Actually get some damage in here. And the 4 attacks turn. I'd love to see it. Alright, so we've got the Dokkan attack on this turn. Do we just go for, like, the Spirit Bomb here? It will be Bulma getting the Dokkan attack, which Because, I mean, I'm getting it this turn regardless. So, I think we'll probably just go for it. Do this. Do this. Of course, we might survive the turn because of Bulma's active skill. Who knows? But I mean, if Botamageta's passive was ever not going to work, this is the turn when we want it to not work. But let's see. Yeah, can the GT Duo actually... Well, yeah, because Kid Boo's so fully built up at this point. Like I say, his normal attacks do like 1,000,000 damage. And he's attacking how many times in the middle? So... Wow, that damage though. Well, he has been attack lowered again, but... Okay, well, there you go. They're not living this. Funny though, it's so funny to see his super only doing that much damage though. 715k. I mean, that is through 80% damage reduction. So, obviously it's still a lot, technically. But it's pretty funny. I do really want to be able to super with Kid Buu if I can, but... Oh wait, that's... Yeah, I shouldn't have got that. Yeah, it's funny that it is very much a meme team, but it's like... It's not a short event, that's the thing. It's a long-running battle. And Gohan not getting crits is really not helpful. I mean, it's funny, again, remember, we got no leader skill in terms of attack, but we've still got Gohan up to, like, doing 4 million attack stats here. So, essentially, the way it works is, we will eventually get to a point that as long as he doesn't kill us, units like Gohan and the GT Duo that are stacking attack will eventually get to a point where they are actually doing lots of damage to him. But yeah, Zamasu, unfortunately, the 18 key unable to do damage. Just gets the dodge, nice. Yeah, basically, as long as we don't die, we don't die. As long as we don't die, we can't lose. Which, I mean, that is the case every single time, right? But... But yeah, as long as Botamageta doesn't sell. And he's healing again at the end of the turn. What are the GT Duo up to doing now, damage-wise? So we got the Kid Gohan constantly being buffed by Bulma. They're at 2.4 now. The problem is they only do damage with their 18 key super. Because then this gets negated. They released LR Ginyu Force at one of the worst releases. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I said that in the video that I made yesterday, right? When talking about who's next for Global. Is that Ginyu's release only really made sense on JP because not only Topo, but all those other Easy A's and stuff came out. So, like, the special... They have to be run on a special pose team. But the special pose team sucks without Topo and all those other Easy A's and everything. So... Oh, their passive didn't go off, but we lived. I'm assuming because of the attack lowering. That's a bit spicy. Alright, Gohan needs 3 key, so if I let you go first... Can I get 3 key? Yes, good. Because yeah, I do need everyone doing damage, if possible. But yeah, let's get the second channel pinned here in the chat. While we're just slowly but surely watching this endless slugfest. But yeah, I put the link to the second channel in the chat. Make sure you guys check it out. There won't be any second channel streams today, because obviously the Slot 1 Super Podcast is tonight. But we have, we're going through Rise of the Ronin, playing a bit of Bloodborne as well on like the chill afternoon streams. And of course we're building up towards the Elden Ring DLC, which is going to be a big one. So make sure you guys check that out. Typical global shenanigans, yeah. But yeah, as we were saying, like, the Ginyu Force... Oh no, you need to get your passive all with it. He tanked to normal before, but... No, he didn't. God damn it. Well, yeah, there you go. So that's, unfortunately, I think given the other time we tried doing this as well... given the other time we tried doing this... I mean, you saw how little damage he'd taken up to that point. I think we probably can, like, as long as they keep getting their passive go off, it's probably doable, but I can't even begin to think, like, how long it would actually take. Because Gohan getting stacked up to the level that he was at is okay, but then when he's not critting, it's not like he's doing a health bar with, you know, a whole, you know, with each super. That's the point we kind of need him to get to, where him and like the GT duo are just taking off over a full health bar with each super attack, and then we could potentially win. But yeah, any other time that you see Kid Buu Super only doing 280k, that's awesome, because it's doing, and normally it's doing like 3 million damage to you or something. Yeah, I should have. I made the tweet. I can put the link for that in the chat as well, because I made the link for the. Made the tweet for the Slot 1 Super Podcast. Although people have replied to my retweeting of the tweet and not the tweet itself, which... Remember, you have to reply to the actual tweet, not my retweet thing, otherwise you won't see it. Because I think Minato is picking the one for this week, so he's only going to look at the replies to the tweet itself and not the one that I posted. So yeah, I'll put the link in the chat for anybody that wants to submit a take. I don't know. I don't think he's picked it yet, but yeah, Nemo, I can see yours is on my retweet and not the actual one. Finally, SSR STR Broly is done. Our boy over here just link leveling every unit in the game. Right, make sure you guys hit that like button. We got a few more attempts against Kid Buu, so we can do some Kid Buu challenges now. Easy A Bardock grind. How are you doing the like getting it up to potentially 999 or just as high as you can? I normally do the TUR ones to 100, but I don't think I've done the Bardock one. I've done a couple of extra stages while we've been trying to get certain friends and just like resetting the friends list so I can get the people's changed friend leaders to show up. So I think I've only done like 3 or 4 extra ones, I think. I just need to remember to do it at some point. Usually I just say it to auto to get the next couple done, but yeah, 34. Who's the better salesman, 16 or Robel? I mean, I guess depending on the situation. I mean, both of those runs, both of those teams where those runs come from is they were the ones that were constantly letting us down, right? Yeah, that run with the Super Saiyans team was actually really good. They did a lot better than I expected. We did that on like the first try as well, which is not something that happens a lot with Kid Buu. Rousseau is the one that got an emote. That is true. Although, I'm trying to think. Back when we were doing the Androids Extreme Super Battle Road with like the Tech 16, I don't know if channel memberships were even a thing back then on YouTube, so we wouldn't have had the ability to make the emote anyway, I think. I'm trying to remember. Or a random Super Saiyan 2 team. Sparking Zero. I actually haven't seen any of the new stuff that came out. I saw like the mini trailer that was at Games Fest, and that's basically it. Kinyu Force aren't going to be able to do Kid Buu, are they? None of them lower attack. Heroes versus Frieza. I did want to do that for a video, although funnily enough, I make sure you guys, if you haven't already, check out the videos from yesterday, the Golden Week teams versus the Frieza event. I mean, I think it's numbers don't lie. It's pretty clear that people do not care about the Frieza event, because those two videos have absolutely terrible views. The one about the part 2, like what will be part 2 for Global, is about what I would expect. But yeah, the Frieza event ones are awful. Like the ones on the day it came out for the actual missions, they're fine, because I guess those are, like, that's what everyone's doing, right? It's just doing those missions and seeing like who other people used or whatever. But yeah, I thought it'd be fun to do as 2 videos yesterday to try out the 2 Golden Week teams. And obviously, you know, they absolutely destroy that stage because it's not particularly hard. But yeah, I did not do particularly well. Alright, so I definitely want the first 3. Janemba we can't really use because his he runs out once his guard runs out and the last boss is in, so that's pretty bad. Metal Cooler is always a good option, because Metal Cooler in slot 3 with his getting the damage reduction and everything is good. Oh, and Frieza is the nerfed version of Frieza as well. Yeah, I mean, the event is not hard. With certain teams, it will obviously be more difficult, but... a video where you purposely make the Frieza event harder for yourself. How do you mean? I mean, we did try using just the free-to-play Ginyu Force, but that was not great. It did not go particularly well. Yeah, there's no other big bad bosses characters, so there's no point running you. I kind of want to run Broly, but I mean, he will get destroyed later on. I guess there's the good old classic of just using STR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. STR Jiren. Wait, what? Reddits can tank Golden Frieza Super. I mean, yeah, if that's not an example of how easy the stage is, then... if Raditz can tank the final boss super attack, then obviously the stage is not particularly difficult. Master Roshi stuns Piccolo, gives him the opportunity to special beam cannon Raditz. That's pretty funny. That's one of the things we were talking about on one of the streams the other day when we were talking about the Sparking Zero what ifs. Is like, how do they beat? Could they even beat Raditz if it was Goku and Krillin and not Goku and Piccolo? Shout out to Kay for the 5 super chat. Yeah, going well this morning. Just getting on with some random bits and pieces. We'll do some Kid Buu challenges after this, potentially, if there's any teams or specific units that you guys want to see against Kid Buu. Still got 5 attempts for the day, but let's jump in and do the heroes thing here. Okay, so heroes versus the Frieza event. I said I would do this video because, you know, we like to do heroes versus everything. Even though the Frieza event is not particularly hard, it is always nice to do, you know, we like to tick off the sheet and have basically every single event possible done with the heroes team. So this is just another one to add to the list. I'm putting Rosé in slot 1, which is not ideal for him, but I think Vegito would actually just kill Frieza. Because if he gets a couple of supers with crits, like this first phase Frieza doesn't have a lot of HP. And we need Rosé to be able to get an opportunity to get supers in so he can get stacks. But shout out to Sokodo for gifting a channel membership. Shout out to Mega Nice for receiving it. Funny that it's off of a single membership as well and not like a batch. Oh boy, Mega Nice, the single summon aficionado. Yeah, that's pretty funny. But yeah, unsurprising that Vegito would go crazy. But yeah, that was one of the things that we said the other day that would be funny, is if instead of the special beam cannon, because obviously Goku ends up dying as well, goes to the other world. So it's like instead of the special beam cannon, Krillin actually just does Destructo Disc and just cuts them both in half. A non-Dokkan channel. I don't watch a lot of YouTube now, like as much as I used to. I used to mainly just because in my old job, I was working those long like night shifts and stuff, so I basically just used to spend my whole time watching YouTube and like Netflix and stuff like that. But in terms of, I don't know about needs more attention, but there's a gaming channel, Indie Mouse, I think I've mentioned before, which is one that I used to watch. He does like, it's one of those channels where he doesn't do a video like every day, but he'll do a big video of like the edited full playthrough of a game, but with like memes and stuff in it, every like couple of weeks. But I mean, he's not really an example of a channel that needs more attention, because it's like he's got a massive channel, but my menace level is maximum. I saw how, right, from the demo thing, yeah, a bunch of people got to play the demo, which was like, it's not like all the characters or anything, is it? It's just a bunch of, there's like a few selected characters available for the demo. Iron Pineapple is cool, yeah, he plays a lot of the, he has like a whole video series. I remember when the first couple like came out, but he's got loads now where he basically just goes through Steam and plays every like Souls clone game, but like a lot of the like really low budget ones, and some of them are like, you know, absolutely terrible, awful games that you can get on Steam for like $3 or something, and then some of them are actually kind of good. Because yeah, I remember I used to watch, it was some videos from him, obviously Vati videos, the guy that does all the like big lore videos about Dark Souls and Elden Ring. I think I did see, I haven't watched it, but I think he posted a video the other day. He's gotten to play the Elden Ring DLC a little bit. The video is literally called like, I've played 3 hours of Shadow of the Oak Tree, something like that. But yeah, unsurprisingly, the Heroes team absolutely annihilating Frieza. Because the thing is, with the Heroes team, the Limit Breaker Vegito can potentially struggle if you get to a point where his damage reduction runs out after the 6th turn, because then he becomes a unit that's not really great for being in slot 1. But I mean, we're getting through quickly enough that it doesn't really matter too much at this point. And then obviously we have the active skill for him, which if we use it, we get his post-super defense for the turn. So he does have a big, like a much bigger pool of defense to use right from the beginning of the turn. Plus, of course, Vegito is able to put out a lot of damage. Not as much on this turns like this, where he doesn't have Saiyan Raw and like the support from physical Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, but obviously still able to do a lot. And now that Rose is going to transform, he can do a lot of damage as well. Because what are you at now? Just 262. Yeah, it's not ideal for him to be in slot 1. Post super attacking though, Rose still tanks like most things in the game. Prof Steak is pretty trash over here. I don't think I've seen it. I'll have to have a look. But yeah, the Elden Ring DLC's out in like, is it like 8 days now or something? But yeah, that's something that we will be playing over on the second channel, so check that out. The link is pinned in the chat. If you're watching this video later on, I think the link is in the description. But there is the link tree link as well, which has all of the links, including the second channel. But yeah, we will be playing the Elden Ring DLC. Alright, so Golden Metal Cooler taking out Final Form Frieza. We're up to now. We're up to turn 6, so we still have our... I guess we'll float off Dark Mask King here. I mean, we could end up getting to the last phase and just getting the Dokkan attack straight away, because we are getting fairly close to having the Dokkan gauge filled. And of course, Limit Breaker Vegito still has the potential to do like a triple super, triple crit turn. It'd be kind of funny if we beat the event without even using the Dokkan attack, but I mean, this team is just flying through at this point. Okay, Vegito up to 15 mil, and then he gets a crit, so 10 million damage crit from Vegito on the third super there. And then Super Saiyan 4 Vegito gets a crit as well. Sadly, Dark Mask King, well, he's got his attack buff still, so he's at 6.2. I don't know if that's enough, though. Not without the additional. That's unfortunate. It does basically guarantee that we get the Dokkan attack against the final phase, though, because we get an extra turn here now on this phase. Yeah, Dark Mask King just eating that for double-digit damage. So, I guess we could do this. Because I want to save the active skills for the Vegitos. Grab same type orbs. He supered right at the end of the last turn, so he shouldn't be supering Rose. And then Rose can just finish him off. And then we're on to the final phase. So, this is where we have to be careful with Vegito, because if we put Vegito in slot 1 and he eats a super, then that's not ideal. But we could... I mean, we'll use the active skill, because why not, right? Got the support from Vegito. See what his defense is. Because remember that the Frieza super, Golden Frieza super, is, what, like 1.1 mil? So, I think Vegito still has some damage reduction, doesn't he? He just loses a certain amount of it. I need to double check. Because yeah, he's got 747k. So even with no damage reduction, he's only taking 400k from a super here anyway. That's the... yeah, 30% damage reduction for 6 turns. Yeah, and he just has 30% damage reduction in general. So he can't take damage from this. So we'll just do that. And then we'll do that. And then you should, yep, get the Dokkan attack. So this is probably GG. He didn't super in the first slot anyway. So... and there we go. So let's see, we've got 14 mil, Obviously, the support and the links from physical Super Saiyan 4 Vegito goes a long way here, but we have lost some of our crit chance though as well. But we still get a crit. So the Dokkan attack doing 16 mil. He didn't get the extra additional though, so. But I mean, there's the possibility we still just win this turn anyway, because Super Saiyan 4 Vegito does a pretty decent amount of damage, and then I guess it just depends how many supers Cooler's going to get. Oh, let's go. The super counter as well. Look at that. Managed to get the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito super counter in here, with a crit as well. So a nice little bit of extra damage there. Okay, yeah, that's looking at that damage, even if Cooler does, I think he can do 3 supers in one turn. Even if he does 3 and they all crit, that wouldn't have been enough. But that's alright. That means we, I mean, we literally could just kill him with the active skill on this turn, and then we've won. But I'm going to, wait, you have links with you, right? It's only prepared for battle. Okay. Right, well, I'm going to give it to Rose just because, you know, we do love Super Saiyan 3 Rose over here. Could just use the active skill, but, you know, we'll let Rose get the W here. Getting a dodge as well. But yeah, there you go. So, I mean, very easy, right? I mean, this event, not particularly difficult, but the Frieza event, I said before, these kind of events are kind of fun because it's easy to just bring in teams that you don't get to use as often, or teams that would struggle against like red zone bosses and things like that, and just be able to use them to, you know, mess around and get a fun run. So W for the Heroes team. Yeah, not a particularly tough one, but you know, like I say, we do like to anytime there's any new events, we do like to make sure we get those done with the Heroes team. So yeah, there you go. Let me know what teams you guys have been trying out on the Frieza event. I know some people will probably just beat the missions and then not play it again until they add some more missions at some point. But yeah, it's always fun to use some different teams on this event. So let me know which ones, if any, you have been trying out here. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out all the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one. Alright, so there you go. We've got a Heroes run done. Yeah, Margin Power team was fun. That was the run I did yesterday with the Int Boo. But yeah, that's the end of the recording, not the end of the stream. Prof is concerned with a unit S Super EZA that's basically not mess upable. Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's because a lot of people were disappointed when they first saw Goku Black Super EZA details, but now that he's in the game, I think people have kind of realised that he is actually quite good. But yeah, Don Mel, how's it going? I am a global main, so fortunately, you know, the games will be synced soon, and we won't have to worry about all of that stuff. So Heroes versus Frieza. Yeah, I think we did use the Future Saga. We did like the full Superclass Future Saga team, and it was interesting to say the least. And remember, like I say, it's not me picking it this time. So if Prof's one does win, it's got nothing to do with me. Did I do... I did Heroes versus this guy, right? I think I just did Heroes versus both of them straight away. And I did it in one video. Yeah. Yeah, I've not touched it since then. I've literally just done the two. I did the 2 stages, like, first time with the Heroes team, and then that was it. Yeah, STR Gohan is the lead. That's a video that's already up. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Yeah, blame Minitos if Prof is picked. Exactly. It's not up to me to pick it this week, so... Alright, so we don't want Movie Edition 2, we want Kid Buu. Right, so who are we doing against Kid Buu? Let's get some suggestions in the chat for some teams. Yeah, missions for the Frieza event. Those are the videos that I did on Wednesday when the Frieza event came out. I just did like 3 separate videos for the 3 missions. We did Dragon Ball Saga for Dragon Ball Seekers, Ginyu Force for Namek Saga, and then just a Pure Saiyans team that used used AGL Bardock because it's like the only event that he'd actually be good in. So figured might as well use him. Tech LR Rubrian versus Kid Buu. I don't think I've used that unit basically at all since I pulled them. I actually genuinely don't even remember what they do. And they have a giant form transformation, so they can get the so they orb change. Oh, we don't have the physical Ribrian EZA though, so change STL to tech, medium chance to change others to tech. Watch an additional, that's a high chance of becoming a super. Great chance in the universe. Survival Saga ally. Additional 122, she's 22. 2 or more type keys for it's obtained. So basically just got to get 2 like type orbs. I mean, I'm pretty sure, did we not do... Actually, we did. Yeah, their passive is huge. Newer units are getting like full-on novels as their passive. I mean, teams that have a lot of attack lowering, it's very possible. Like, we almost did the Earthlings one, which we could try again. Wasn't it? It was Yamcha that messed it up last time, but what am I doing? Earthlings is there. Because we were using... I'm trying to remember who everyone on the team was now. Because we used launch because of the attack lowering. SCR Krillin, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I didn't even realise she was on Earthlings. Isn't she a demon? Another 4 or more Peppy Girls allies on the team. No, wait, was it another 4 or just 4? Another 4. So, I mean, basically the team would have to be Peppy Gals with Yamcha lead. Does she have damage reduction? No. And she has damage reduction, but she doesn't have attack lowering. Yeah, androids don't count as Earthlings. Oh yeah, the intro. Yeah, she starts off as like a human and then turns into a demon. I'm trying to think, who else were we using last time? Well, yeah, last time we weren't using all Peppy Girls, so that's the problem. We're using like Hercule, I didn't realise her passive meant that you had to have, like, basically a whole Peppy Girls team or an STR enemy, which we do have in the first phase, but... I mean, I suppose... It's only the all allies 40% attack, high chance of enemies attack minus 20% that we wouldn't get. So... Yeah, LR Bulma's definitely on the team. Have I just put... That's why she's not there. Okay, I didn't have LRs selected. That's why. Yeah, so I put Krillin. We won't use her. We'll put Krillin. We'll put Hercule. And who was it? The last one we were going to use last time, I can't remember who it was before. It was the physical Hercule, but he can't do damage. So we were either going to use Roshi or Krillin. And I can't remember which one we decided. Oh, we weren't going to use Krillin because it was the same name, that's it. And both Yamcha and the other Krillin are Turtle School, so Roshi supports them. 2% 3 Goku in Sparking has Tech, 2% 3 Angel Goku super attack. Yeah, the that's the thing he does against thingy, isn't it? Janemba. I'm not a huge fan of physical TN. Oh, we've got no Yamcha friends. I could have sworn the last time we did this, there was a few that came up. Alright, so I need someone to set Yamcha for me to use. Good old friends list. No Gokus are on Earthlings, remember. Because we're not doing Earthbred Fighters, we're doing Earthlings. So we can't use any Gokus. Yeah, Petan is now over, but... Yeah, Ribrianne's been on some banners like unfeatured. Like she was on that. They made a big deal out of that Golden Week ticket banner having like the latest yellow coin LR on it because for global that was the Ribrianne trio. I set mine, but it's only 55%. That's all good. Anyone else who has Yamcha, set him as your friend. We'll get a stage done here to refresh the friends list. Oh, well, there you go. They're already there, so... That's right. Even if you're not on my friends list, obviously there's the possibility that it comes up. Yo, Carnage, how's it going? AGL Bardock EZA stage has up to 1 mil attack. Does it say 1 mil? Stupid YouTube heart thing is covering it up. Up to is that 3 mil? Damn. Right, where was I? Where did I make that team? There. Alright. Alright, let's see how we get on. Alright, so Earthlings versus Kid Buu, the rematch. This time we got, we haven't got physical Hercule on the team this time. We got physical Roshi because he supports Turtle School. Because we have the Krillin and we have the Yamchas. But he also has the Revive. He has built-in dodge. Obviously, he's not got the craziest stats, but the whole point is we're kind of relying on a bit of attack lowering. We do need to, I think like last time, I think to get through the very first part, we ideally just want to use an item straight away. Do I want to get you floated off? I probably want you two on separate rotations, actually. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. But yeah, we use the Whis to make sure we get through the first phase, because obviously the Whis covers the 2 turns of STR Kid Buu. And then the whole point of this team, or the whole way this team will work, if it does work, is that we're just going to keep attack lowering Kid Buu. Until he basically can't do any damage. And we were doing pretty well, funnily enough, the previous attempt. I did do it as a video. Like I say, we had the physical Hercule instead of physical Roshi. But unfortunately, physical Hercule does a physical attack, so doesn't an unarmed attack, so can't do any damage. So he's kind of pointless even being on the team. We never got his revival to even be active. And then I'm trying to think, Yamcha didn't dodge a super, and that's the problem. Is even with putting a lot of attack lowering on in Kid Buu, like his super attack can still do a pretty decent amount of damage when he's fully built up. Attack lowering is like mostly noticeable against normals, so. But yeah, I probably just want to keep you two together, although I'm a bit concerned about this. Like, I don't know how much damage Roshi will take from a normal here, but I guess we'll see. Obviously, of course, Yamcha needs to dodge the super. But yeah, Krillin can be very good on this team, right? Get decent defense. Yajirobe is kind of risky to use, right? Because he often takes a hit before he then starts actually dodging hits. Oh god, that was 300k. He takes a hit before he starts dodging hits. So against Kid Buu, it's probably not going to be great. I think Yamcha just has to dodge everything. Yeah, no, he has to dodge the super. He won't take damage from the normals, I don't think. But obviously Kid Buu always supers at the end of the second turn. There we go. Okay. Right, so now we can start actually getting some attack lowering in here. And I think what we do as well is we just use the item, because we got we've used an item already anyway, right? So it's not like we're going for a no items attempt here. The item just kind of helps us out where we haven't applied any attack lowering yet. In fact, Bulma turn 1 without the damage reduction was turn 2 for her, but I don't know if she even eats this, to be fair. Just about. I mean, we're not trying to. We're not going to. We'll use the revive if we need to, but I don't want to use it too early, really. But yeah, now ideally, launch does multiple supers, and then yeah, it does a nice little bit of attack lowering. Yeah, Yamcha, we're still just relying on Yamcha dodging. Because even with the attack lowering, like, I'm not sure. We're on such low HP, I don't think he can live normals. Oh no, he does. Never mind. Yo, Talus, how's it going? We are on very low HP, though. I want to keep you guys together. I think, does Roshi lower attack on either of his supers? I can't remember. Great chance to stun and then seal, yeah. So no. Okay, so We've got the revival active this turn anyway, in case we need it, but we do also have the Whis active, so I don't think it matters anyway. Get a bit of HP back. Yeah, Hercule has got his a lot of damage reduction. Hercule will be very useful for the team. Krillin should have eaten this, right? He normally does have to get hit first, though, which is annoying. Well, actually, no, he keeps his buff for multiple turns, doesn't he? And he was hit on the previous one, so that's fine. 6 mil. Come on, Roshi. Nice. Roshi, the free LR from the 6th anniversary. So there's a free LR from like 3 years ago. Out here, taking double-digit damage from Kid Buu. You love to see it. Hey, shout out to Suited Island for the follow over on the Twitch side. Appreciate you. I can't get 7 orbs from Bulma, that's annoying. I'd ideally like her to get guaranteed additionals where possible. We'll save the active skill for Yamcha to a turn where he can possibly actually kill, like with it. We're not where it's going to be like the last turn, because otherwise we're just giving Kid Buu extra attack buffs, but for no reason. Oh, there's Bulma dead. Yeah, Bulma, unfortunately, even with the attack lowering, she needs to get her damage reduction built up before we can tank Kid Buu Super. I don't think 23rd World Tournament TN debuffs, no. Let me have a look. No, it just has a medium chance to stun. Selma. Alright, we'll try again. Oh god, we've got such a bad second turn. And first turn. Oh, I didn't turn the animations off.
I'll show them that I'm not messing around. Come on, let's do this.
Let me I just realised I didn't use an item this turn either, so... Ooh. 23 days, yeah, it feels so far away. That's still like just over 3 weeks. We still have no idea what's going on global at the moment. Damn, Yamcha getting clapped. Yeah, we let him at him, and didn't end the way we would have hoped. Oh, Yamcha got Yamcha'd. Yep. Alright, we got one more Yamcha friend. Alright, we got Hercule on the second turn. God, this first rotation though. I literally just turned these. Oh no, this is a first turn transformation thing. I was going to say, I'll just turn these off. This is such a terrible start. Oh. Oh, come on, Yamcha, what are you doing? You're supposed to dodge in slot 1. Like, bruh. Team Global will get physical super... Yeah, I think it could be, because remember, for the very end of the anniversary, JP got the Boo and Vegito Easy A's, but Global has already got those. So there's got to be something else, really, to go in that slot. And if they're not going to release physical Goku Black Super Easy A as part of Part 2, then I feel like that's one of the only places they can kind of fit him in, really. Global intern hasn't been fed yet. Oh my god. I think after the worldwide is when the sync is going to properly be, but 2 more attempts against Kid Buu. I can't believe, how did that first run like start off going so well, and now we can't even get past STR Kid Buu? I mean, it is giving me terrible rotations, to be fair. Yeah, damage for Roshi's not important. Oh, I meant, did I use an item? I certainly meant to. Oh. Yeah, Cedric, how's it going? Because, yeah, Roshi doesn't, like, raise defense on his supers at all. I'm not expecting any news, no. Like, Global didn't get any this morning. I mean, if JP was getting news, it would be in 30 minutes, but JP... Actually, I don't know what the celebration info is for JP anyway. Is the Goku Black Super Easy A like the last thing that was announced for them? Because... There isn't like an Earthlings support memory, is there? Yeah, Friday isn't a news day. Yeah, exactly. I think Monday is when we're going to potentially see stuff. I guess just use the Bulma one for the heal. Oh yeah, that is Earthlings, okay. Yeah. Android 18. Oh, the one that we don't have on global yet. We still need one more stage. Which actually, doesn't another stage come out soon?
Alright, let's do this.
Okay. Alright. Best support memory in the game. Yeah, global being behind. We got the we've still got to do one more stage of SBR to get that support memory. But yeah, I think it's someone said in the chat earlier, I don't know if it was it Proton? I can't remember. The new Red Zone stages should come out on the 20th, which should be Broly and Bio Broly for the movie Bosses 2. So then hopefully that's when the Part 2 LR comes out as well. So yeah, we'll have a bunch of stuff next week, but it's all very quiet at the moment. Yeah, bye, Broly. Oh god. No one on this rotation can eat the super from Kid Buu at the end. So Roshi just has to dodge it, otherwise we die. Oh no, one of the Yamchas was in... No wait, did I float? Did I float him off? I didn't, did I? I should have looked at the rotations because we're going to end up with a double Yamcha turn, which is not what I want. So the thing is, she greatly raises defense on super, so it all depends how many supers she gets. Yeah, Roshi. I mean, Roshi was like the best free-to-play unit in the game for quite a while. He was very, very good on release, but... Yeah, exactly, Sokodo. I need UI Roshi on this turn, for sure. Launch needs to get additional supers, because then she's greatly raising her defense. There you go, there's one. If we could get one more, that would be great. No, that was a normal. 94k, that's okay. Now Roshi just has to dodge. I have over 750 stones right now. Do you think I have a decent chance to pull the 9th anniversary LRs? I would say, obviously it's all RNG at the end of the day. You can go 3,000 stones and not pull a unit. But in terms of statistics, I would say you have a decent chance of pulling... Of course he didn't dodge. You have a decent chance of pulling the one specific one that you're going for. Like, obviously with 750 stones, I wouldn't say, you know, like... You know, oh yeah, you're going to pull all 4 of the anniversary characters, but if there's a specific one that you want the most out of the 4, then you have a pretty decent chance of getting him. Now, obviously, for a lot of people, that's Beast Gohan, who's in part 2. So it's kind of annoying that, like, you can't really do any summons in part 1 if you're focusing on one of the characters from part 2. But I wonder what my... I mean, we'll try this event. We'll try this run again on, like, I did another stream, but... Yeah, so he only has 3 dodge. Nowadays, I think he needs to be just rebuilt to have full dodge. But yeah, if you're buying like the ticket packs and all that kind of stuff, then obviously you get extra tickets. If you're, you know, the banners will have a discounted like first rotation of 3+1, which if you want to get Broly or Gogeta, maybe just trying the discounted 3+1 is worth a shot. But it's still 110 stones total. Never give type attack boost. I'm going to do that. And that one is an EX skill orb, so I might as well. Build a full dodge copy and then link level it. Actually, I did link level this guy, right? Because I think I've link leveled all of my LRs, whether they're free to play or not. Yeah. Although link leveling was a thing when the 6th anniversary happened, right? Because I mean, ever since link leveling was a thing, I always link level the new characters. Only buying tickets for Beast, yeah, that's fair. Well, global tickets are they're not the ones you can buy though. You have to summon to get them. So obviously, if you're trying to get like extra summons, to you know, on top of the stones that you have, like you can't, because if you do just the 3+1, you only get 9 tickets, which is enough to do 9 singles, but you can't do a multi if you just do one 3+1 rotation. Yeah, anniversary will be good. And what was the thing? What did they even tweet about today for the global thing? Because they've been doing weird stuff like who, like the most owned LR was an interesting one, and then they went on to like, was it the most set wallpaper or something? Someone from today. Yeah, the most used wallpapers. So number 5 was the Broly movie one with Blue Goku and Vegeta. Number 4 is Blue Gogeta versus Full Power Broly. That's kind of interesting to see what the number 1 will be, but because I'm using this one. This is the one that's number 4. I was using for ages. One of my favorite ones is just the OG Broly and Goku one. This one. I've had that one set for, I think, overall, probably the longest. And yeah, the 77 banner summon as well, that's true. Yeah, Vegeta family by the Christmas tree, that's a good one for when it gets to the Christmas period. I don't normally put the Christmas wallpaper. I only have, like I say, I only have the Christmas wallpaper on when it is Christmas, but... Because we got, what was the one we got last time? It was the... Is it the Trunks and Goten one? Where is that? That one. even is it? Yeah, there you go. The Vegeta family Christmas one is cool. Good old Christmas ones. There's the Heroes one, unfortunately, is not great. Because it is just the World Mission one. It's a shame we don't have one that has a bunch of like the Super Saiyan 4s and stuff on it, but yeah, the Vegito Zamasu one's cool. I'm rocking that during Worldwide. The Dokkan of the Dead one is pretty funny. And the April Fool's thing. This one is alright, because it looks weird. Some of these look really weird when you look at them here, but then obviously like when you actually set them and go back to the menu, obviously like the reason why there's a whole bunch of space at the bottom is because that's where the menus and stuff go. So that one's not bad. That was good as well, the worldwide one. The Vegeta versus Zamasu clash. This one was really weird just because like, even with the menu thing at the bottom, like the placement of the Goku, like it's just very odd. The fact they made them such completely different sizes. That one's cool as well, like the Sun Family one. The superhero one, obviously. The white borders are kind of annoying. And then, yeah, Gogeta versus Janemba. OG, still very cool. But yeah, a lot of these, like, if you didn't get them at the time, like when that specific event was on, you can't get them anymore. Funny that we got this as well, and then actually got, like, the Ultimate Gohan with the Gotenks art and everything for Golden Week. I remember this though, the OG, when there were no wallpapers, and so the menu screen just looked like this, and whichever team you had equipped, like as your main team, just showed up on the main page, and then you could scroll around the team wheel. Which, I mean, is still kind of cool, but yeah, the wallpapers thing, it was interesting, an interesting addition. I feel like they don't give out enough, though. I always just end up with, like, the same ones equipped all the time. But I'm going to put that one back on, actually. That one was pretty cool. Majin Vegeta one's cool. That's the art done by Toyotaro, the guy that does the manga. Team Love Spinning. Yeah, that was the other thing people used to do as well. Like, people, before summoning, if you were summoning for, like, a new Goku, people would just make a team of, like, Gokus, and then before they went in to do the summons, like, spin the wheel around. It's all the silly little, like, the funny little superstition things people would do before summoning. Like the crack the code and stuff that we still do on the streams. Designing a full crit t-shirt. Well, just have like the crit logo, but have like the number 30 on, like, or something. Can you get to 30 crit with STR or tech characters? You probably can. I have 40. I'm assuming I have all of them, because I don't feel like there's any that I missed. Well, there's 4 on each row, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 full rows, so I have 40. Well, I guess this bottom one doesn't really count because it's not a wallpaper, but there's 44 there. But I guess technically 43 wallpapers, because the bottom right one is no wallpaper equipped, essentially. But yeah, I'm fairly sure I have every single one that they released, because I've been playing the game since they came out, and I've never, as far as I know, missed one. So yeah, I'm surprised they don't put them in the shop for one of the many currencies that are in the game, because people would definitely grab the ones that they don't have, right? So yeah, these all end within the next, well, actually apart from this one. But yeah, Patan is obviously closed now, so once those fights are over, I just get the stickers and then I'll have those ready for the next one. I've got 9 rows. That's not bad. That's what, 36. Because, yeah, this should be up to, yeah, the next one will be 80, which will be the Android 18 support memory. And then ESBR's up to 56. Because what are we getting for this at the moment? Oh, yeah, it's the medals to EZA, the Goku family support memory. Other World Warriors, Legendary Frieza event. Yeah. I mean, that's the one. That's the thing. When they bring out those missions where it's part of a big celebration, the missions are obviously more so built around, like, they want you to have pulled the new units. And Other World Warriors is a category that is really not very good without the buffs from the Golden Week characters. So it's if you don't have Goku, or Boo, or both, like, it's going to be pretty difficult. But then again, with those missions, like, remember, you don't have to no item them, right? So typical. There's a rainbow Yamcha friend now that we've run out of attempts for our Earthlings versus Kid Buu. Good old friend system. I don't like using Frieza's active skills because it takes so long. We will eventually get to a stage where we'll have to start using it because obviously he'll start doing a lot of damage, but we want to kill him as quickly as possible. But for now, it's fine. I mean, Frieza does so much damage. Extreme Otherworld Warriors team led by Dokkan Fest's Angel Frieza. What, the physical, our boy Talus' favourite. If they ever change anything in LR Gogeta's kit, I want the Nullify to just happen if you have 18 key. I mean, or just happen anyway. Or make it like a double thing, right? Have a chance to, like, make it be like a chance to nullify just if you have 18 or more key. And then a guaranteed nullify if you do the 18. I can't remember. Is that how does he guarantee do it when you do the 18 key super? Because you have, that's the other thing, you have to 18 key super the enemy. It's not just the fact that they have to be supering you in that particular slot so that he can get the counter. It also has to be an unarmed super, and he has to have done his super attack first. Which is, you know, if he's transformed and you can see the scouter ability tells you that the super's in slot 1, then he can't negate it even if it isn't unarmed because he doesn't get to attack first. It's really stupid. Okay, it is guaranteed, but it's, yeah, it's after an 18 key super. But yeah, it would be much better if it happened if you just get 18 key, because then it plays into, like I say, his scouter ability. Because if his scouter thing tells you that there's a super in slot 1, like he can't do anything about that because he has to attack first. It is nice to just do a free, like, 3 health bars worth of damage, but it's just this last part of the animation takes so long. He's got 940k defense on this turn after doing the active skill. That's insane. And this is a friend who's not even at level 10 links. People really underestimate this Frieza, like... I know he's defensively and in like super difficult content. Like defensively he's not the best. But the amount of damage that he can do is pretty crazy. I mean, having 900k defense after using your active skill, which is what he would have post super, is pretty good, right? That's like all, he's tanking all normals in the game. But yeah, we'll see if, like I say, I don't think there will be anything, but if there's any news for JP, it'll be in 7 minutes time. So just do a couple of these easy A stages here.
All right, let's do this.
But yeah, what do you guys think? Who will be the part 2 LR for Rosé's celebration for JP? I know a lot of people want to see a Kefla. I'm still on the train for the blue Vegeta, the one from the like beatdown versus Rosé, the one we have the Int Dokkan Fest for. Because that's the only one. He's such an old unit. He's the only one that has that like super attack, and of course from back then it's, you know, low quality animation. When are we getting Z Movies Battle Spectacle where Gogeta nullifies all melee supers? I mean, you know, we got Kid Buu who nullifies all unarmed supers, so any super bosses. I mean, yeah, super bosses, as long as it is a super bosses unit for the Rosé team, and then obviously the benefit of the Goku Black, super easy A and stuff like that. I feel like it has to be a super bosses character, if it's not that Vegeta, right? Like Vegeta's the odd one out because he's not a super bosses character. Yeah, I don't know if they'll do another LR Trunks and Mai. We got Trunks as the banner unit, and he's very random because he doesn't really fit. Like, he came out as Rosé's banner unit, but he's not on Rosé's team. He doesn't support Rosé. Like, such a weird addition. Super Baby 2, I mean, he needs to be a Dokkan Fest, right, with a Goku. But I don't know if he would be, because he's on Corroded Body and Mind, which is Goku Black, Physical Rosé's other leader skill. So I wouldn't say it was impossible that he could be the unit, because he has at least got some connection to Rosé, but I don't think it'll be Baby. Yeah, standalone blue Goku from the Rage against the Marcy thing, that'd be cool. It's Corroded Body and Mind Baby Vegeta. I mean, yeah, it would be kind of a shame because we need to get a good LR Baby, but him coming out as just a random part 2 yellow coin LR is not really what we want. He needs to be like a Tanabata or like worldwide, like Dokkan Fest LR realistically. Because he's on so many categories that would benefit from having a good new leader. Like for his 170 leads, he can have like Revenge, GT bosses, something else. Basically just cover like all the GT characters, or GT Extreme characters. Because of how weird GT bosses is as a category, where it skips off like some of the random units. Just give Baby a leader skill that has like all of them included together. Plus Revenge needs a new category leader. I say new, does it even have one? Well, yeah, it's AGL Bardock, and that's it. Look at Dodora, is he getting enough super attacks? Keep going. Oh, I say Baby because just get it over with. I mean, yeah, it would be a good addition, but Yeah, we need a Sin Shenron that transforms into Omega. This is what I was thinking. I know I said this in like a recent video at some point, but for worldwide, I could see, because a lot of people are thinking GT worldwide, but because obviously GT for Tanabata 2 years in a row doesn't... I mean, it is possible, but it seems unlikely. So something that would be cool is having Baby and Goku as part 1, and then have part 2 be Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and then Sin that transforms into Omega. Because that would be... that covers like both Goku and Vegeta having a new LR. Because hopefully it'll be the Super Saiyan 3 Goku that transforms into Super Saiyan 4 for the first time. The Vegeta one, obviously, we have, you know... They could do a bit of a Dokkan original kind of thing. I think we were talking about this on a previous stream, where it's Super Saiyan 3 GT Vegeta, and then he transforms into Super Saiyan 4. That'd be crazy, that as like the Dokkan Fest LR, or Carnival LR. It's like the last thing you would have expected. Like a Super Saiyan 3 GT Vegeta LR. He transforms into Super Saiyan 4. And just make it like a very easy transformation condition. Give them the good old classic, like, make them stack when they're pre-transformed, but obviously make them good enough to survive without having to transform straight away. And then when they transform, they just go crazy. That would be cool. But yeah, Goku Black physical Super Easy A obviously helps out Rose, whereas the Trunks is a very random unit to throw in. So I could see that Talus, like the Part 2 LR, being more so related to Trunks than Rose. Alright, let's get the JP Dokkan up here. But yeah, if we don't see anything today news-wise, I imagine it's probably not going to be until Monday. But I don't think we will see anything today. I'm going to refresh it now. It's 9 o'clock. So. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything. Still just the Super Easy A Goku Black tweet from... Oh no, they just put a reply that the next stage of that rewards thing for the Bardock is complete. So all 3 stages complete. So JP get like 3 stones, an Elder Kai, and a meat item. But I believe that is it. Let's check the global news. I don't imagine there'll be anything. But... yeah, it's just that reply to the Bardock tweet. Yeah. Right, well there you go. So no news. Like I said, I didn't think there would be today. It's probably not going to be till Monday, but we will be around to see what news there potentially is. But yeah, so that is going to be it for the stream. I appreciate you guys coming out. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Follow if you're on the Twitch side. I appreciate all you guys coming out. Do check out the Discord. We were talking about it last night. I think Raudo mentioned it on another stream. But for the community stream tomorrow, we might do some of those Jackbox games thing. I'm going to put a post in the Discord in the second channel bit, so you guys can let me know what you think. I'm going to look it up on Steam and see which different ones are available to potentially get one for tomorrow. It's a good game for playing for like Community Saturday, because you don't have to have the game. You can literally just go on your phone or on your device and like join the game and play. Only the person hosting the game has to actually have it, which obviously will be me. So I can get that set up potentially for tomorrow. That'll be on the second channel. Obviously the link is pinned in the chat, so do check out the second channel if you have not already. It's just where I do all non-Dokkan stuff. So we've been playing Rise of the Ronin and a bit of Bloodborne. We'll be playing the Elden Ring DLC when it comes out. But yeah, we might be doing that tomorrow for Community Saturday. No Part 2 LR details yet, but boy no. Potentially Monday now. So yeah, that's it from the stream. Appreciate you all coming out, and I'll see you all again soon. Have a good one.